Welcome back to Ocarina of Time. Last time I beat the Shadow Temple and defeated Bongo Bongo, and this time I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the main quest immediately. Now the first couple minutes of this video, which doesn't matter because they're sped up, the first couple minutes had some frame issues, but the rest of the video, however, is not like that. I have no idea why the video has frame issues, sped up, or normal speed. It just does. But if you don't understand, all I will say is leave Kakariko Village. I think it's normal now. Leave the graveyard and leave Kakariko Village, and then go to the Gerudo Desert to the west. And conveniently, I have Epona right here, so I can just go ahead and take her all the way to the very far west. And she doesn't like that bridge on some angles, apparently. I don't know what's up with that, but she doesn't. So that's all. Just go ahead and take Epona, or I suppose if you don't have her, well, then visit Lon Lon Ranch and see how to get her. But if you do have her, well, if you've been following along with me, you will have her, but just go ahead and make it to the desert. And actually, you will need her here for entering this part of the desert, because you need her actually to jump over the broken bridge here. I actually think that there is a way to get across here without using Epona. I think if you use the long shot on the bridge, and then Link will just climb it as if it were a ladder, then you will be able to get across it just fine. But having Epona is much easier, it saves time, and come on, you can't separate Link and Epona. Come on now. Alright, now behind this tent there is a Golden Skulltula on the wall. I suppose I could have gotten this back whenever I was repairing the Bigoron sword, but for whatever reason I decided to get it now. Navi, leave me alone. There's another Golden Skulltula behind here on this, I don't know, this land formation that looks like it's some kind of column and roof, even though it's not man-made, it's natural. Okay, there's another Golden Skulltula right here, so be sure to grab it. And these two Skulltulas are only here at night, so use the sun song to make the sun go down and the moon come up. Well, I mean, actually you're on the Earth, and the Earth is what's moving, not the sun or moon, but you get the idea. Behind these destroyable rocks, there's a chest with 50 rupees in it, not all that helpful. These are the rocks that we saw in the Death Mountain crater, and they can only be destroyed using the Megaton Hammer, so it's worth mentioning that. And here is the Master Craftsman. He's going to say that the Gerudo thieves, they're so terrible and they broke the bridge, and he wants to fix it, but all his workers are gone because they said that they didn't want to be carpenters, so they went off to join the Gerudo tribe. They're all female tribe, even though they're a bunch of dudes and can't. Sounds like a good idea to me, right? This isn't necessary, I just thought I'd show it off. In this tent, you'll see this guy. This is the running man from Hyrule Field. So you're wondering, well, hey, what's he doing in here? Well, we're kind of stuck here because the bridge is broken and he doesn't really have any way of going back to Hyrule Field. And he has a challenge for you to complete, although not necessary. I won't even show it off. Yeah, that's how unnecessary it is. It's just you have to beat him to the entrance to the Lost Woods, but it doesn't matter because you can't actually beat him. He'll always beat you by 1 second. So it's pointless, and you can only do it whenever the bridge is fixed. Alright, come back out here, and I'm trying to play the Sun Song just because I like this place a lot better during the day, so that's why. Alright, well, let's go help him get that bridge fixed. So you can take your horse if you want, but she's not really going to help you out anyway. Oh yes, play that sweet, sweet music. Alright, over here to the very, very far west. Well, there are only 2 ways to leave, technically 3, but alright, here it is, the Gerudo's Fortress. This is a really cool place, actually, in my opinion. This is probably my favorite area in the entire game, the desert. Yeah, I like the desert a lot. You come up these very steep stairs, and then, uh-oh, you got caught. So, yeah, there's nothing to do to avoid that. You actually have to get caught. And in we go. Ow, stone. Alright. So we're locked up. There's no way really to get out, except she lets me keep my hook shot. So go ahead and attach to the ceiling here, but be careful not to fall out, so you want to have it relatively close to you. Alright, I'm just going to jump down this roof and enter this door into the thieves' hideout. Now you can go ahead and use your fairy bow to shoot any Gerudo thief you see, and thankfully the hitboxes are pretty large, so it won't be all that picky. Alright, so now that they're knocked unconscious, I don't think they're dead. They have stars around them. They're knocked unconscious. In Majora's Mask, they only stay down for a few seconds, but in this game, they stay down forever. Well, until you leave the room and re-enter. You can break some jars for some items. Not really important, though. This one actually doesn't have anything worthwhile. I just thought I would show it off. But there you go. You have, you need the hook shot to get over that stone hurdle. And then over here, you come out this ramp. And then whenever you come outside, this is the top of my cell here. And then you break that jar, or box, and there's a purple rupee. In the 3DS version, there's like a poster of Skyward Sword Link, just because it came out the same time Skyward Sword did, which is pretty cool. But this is the Nintendo 64 version, so it won't have that. Alright, back in the cell, I'm going to go ahead and shoot these thieves. So, you shoot them if I can. There you go. This one is not picky, but it's just kind of hard to shoot them, well, because of my emulator, which I've talked about a lot. You're probably tired of it by now. I am too, really. Alright, in this thieves' hideout, they're all called thieves' hideouts, so it doesn't matter. So there's a cell over here, and as soon as you get in the center, someone's going to interrupt you and say, hey, look at me, I'm trapped. So here you go, you talk to, this is one of the Master Craftsman's workers, and you have to free him. So, yeah, he's locked in there, and we need a key, but we don't know where to get a key. And he's just going to say, hey, my fellow carpenters are imprisoned in here. They're Gerudo thieves, they're scary, well, watch out. And then you get ambushed. Now you better think quick in this fight. I would recommend you have the Bigoron sword for this fight because it deals massive damage. Now do be careful when fighting these Gerudo pirates, or not pirates, the thieves. Yeah, they have that jump move and they have just a swing. Whenever they do the jump move on you, Link will get knocked out and then she'll say, don't take us so lightly or something like that. And then you'll be back in the cell. And then you'll have to come back here again. I got knocked out once in this video, which was annoying, but I suppose it's good, just so I can show it off. So here's Ichiro, his carpenter. Well, one of the four, so yeah, he's gonna be happy and do this dorky polygon-y 64-bit movement that this game was so good at doing. Alright, and he'll say 3 of his fellows are still in prison here, and then he just walks off. I assume you'd think that maybe they would catch him and lock him up again, but I guess not. He's apparently more stealthy than I am. Once you get out here, quickly go into this door before a Gerudo guard catches you, so watch out here. And in this one you want to be careful too, because if you go down there, then you may have a chance of a Gerudo thief. You see her? Right there. She could catch you. So there you go. I was able to shoot her, but I suppose you could sneak past her if you're quick enough. And I think you're far enough away. So up here, this one up here you will need to shoot just because it is very hard to sneak past her. One time I actually got caught while I was trying to shoot her. I think that was years ago though. I was still a kid. But yeah, do shoot her. And yeah, get her out of the way. In this one there are 2 cells, but only one of them holds a fellow worker here. So here he is. They all have the same hairstyle and fashion sense apparently. I guess they all just have different favorite colors. Which is totally cool by me. It's nice to, you know, not confuse them. Alright, and he says the exact same thing that his, I don't know, his brother, his coworker, they look like brothers. They're probably like quadruplets or something. Oh, and then again, oh, there you go. See, that's what happens once you get hit. Okay, to try this again, and you also lose a heart of damage as well. And so the fight just immediately starts once you re-enter. To backtrack, just, you know, take the exact route I did. Just rewind the video, I suppose, if you don't remember how to get there. And these thieves, they're pretty aggressive with their fighting. So if you act fast, then you will get them. But you don't just want to jitter the B button or the attack button. So be sure not to do that. In these jars, you'll find rupees. Oh, and there's a heart in that one, which is pretty good. Alright, so I was trying to talk to him, but he wouldn't let me, and I realized, oh wait, I actually have to unlock the door. Alright, put your sword away, Link. Okay, thanks for calling me a cute kid, I guess. So here, Gerudo here, he is also imprisoned, so thankfully we are rescuing him as well. And he says 2 of his buddies are still being held prisoner, but how does he know that? Link hasn't said a word to him. I guess he must know the route to this fortress pretty well. No idea. Oh, another thing to point out too, you can actually shoot these animal skulls and get some items. It doesn't work with all of them though, and some of them, they play a sound, but they don't actually drop anything, which is a little confusing. Or maybe they drop a fairy and they just put it in some weird location that you can't exactly get to it. Or maybe an item just doesn't load correctly. Right in here, use your long shot to get across so that the Gerudo thieves don't see you, because they have no idea what a y-axis is. So don't worry about them. Right, and up here, actually what you want to do, play the sun's song and make the sun go down. And this isn't for aesthetic purposes. Look at that, right over here. Be careful while jumping across because it's a corner. There's a golden skulltula right here on the wall, so that's that. Just go ahead and collect it, and then if you want, you can play the sun song again. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, the Gerudo thieves are always going to be out here, day or night. But, come on, you can't play this without the music. It's against the rules in this game, practically. Alright, jump on down here, and then there'll be some vines on this wall here, conveniently growing. I appreciate it. Okay, so come over to here, around this corner, and then looky, there's a chest over there, and Navi says that I can summon Pierre. So let's go ahead and play the Scarecrow's song. I almost said conduct the Scarecrow's song. That was a different game. And oh no! What's up with my frame rate? Okay, use your long shot to get over to Pierre, and then open the chest. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, frozen, not soft lock, but frozen stuff. Anyway, in the chest, there's a piece of heart, which is very good. There are, I think, 2 more left in this game. I don't remember what the thing said, but if I remember correctly, there should be 2 more in this game. And I'm not going to get them in this video, so sorry. Alright, here I was trying to remember where I'm supposed to go next, because sometimes it can be difficult to. And so it's this door here. It's not really that hard to figure out this place. Eventually, if you mess around, you'll figure it out. Alright, as soon as you get in, do not move. I moved a little bit, but then I moved back. So go ahead, yeah, shoot her. Now this is the... Oh wait, no, this is a different room, never mind. But there's a Gerudo thief there. You see, you shoot this, it played the sound, but it didn't give me anything. So I'm not quite sure about that one. In here, there's a single cell in a very large room. It's a lot easier to, you know, maneuver around in here. It's a pretty big area. And the third fellow carpenter is finally here, and his fellows are imprisoned somewhere in here, even though he has no idea where they are, or that I freed some of them. Alright, battle number 3, do be careful. I almost got hit out of this one. I got hit twice, but it wasn't one of those, yeah, look at that. I got really close to getting knocked out again. The jump attacks where she spins is what you want to avoid. But if she just swings at you like that, oh, she was getting ready to charge a jump. There you go. And I was so close to her that I immediately got the key after she died, so that's why. Well, I don't know if I killed her or if I just knock her out and she just kind of bails on me, but she goes into the ceiling. Alright, so there's Saburu, third carpenter, gets freed, and his boss. One more of his workers is still a prisoner, even though he has no idea that I saved him and 2 others. Oh, but if he says so, okay. Off he goes. And we're off to find the last one. So now off we go. And there's the unconscious Gerudo guard. I'd say watch out for her, but there's no need. I was trying to break this box for a single green rupee. Man, I think rupee drops are way too common in this game. They should have heart drops more common. Well, alright, in this last one, this one will thankfully, I believe, become ground level as soon as I leave, because there are... No, it won't, because there's a ramp back up. Alright, and there he is to the left of my text box there. Alright, I was looking around just to see if there were jars, but there weren't any. Alright, so he says you have no idea where you come from, again, but save all of us. His fellow carpenters are imprisoned in here somewhere, even though they're not, because I just freed them all. Alright, so this is the last fight. He has the exact same dialogue as the other ones. They must have rehearsed or something. Now the programmers are probably too lazy to make new ones. But okay, watch out for her attack. That would have got me. Alright, she's gonna do her move. Oh, I almost got hit there as well, but I think if you attack fast enough, then she won't hit you. And there you go. That is the last one. Grab the key, and then set him free. That kind of rhymes. That wasn't intentional, actually, but it happened. Alright, so finally, you're able to get him out. He's free. So Shiro can now get back to his boss and fix the bridge. And as soon as you leave, the bridge will be fixed. So that's pretty nice. But you're wondering, well, how do we get past the Gerudo guards? Aren't they just going to catch me again? Well, maybe, but we'll have to figure that out once it comes. And you're probably thinking, Connor, what the heck? This is a walkthrough. I know that. Well, that's because something's going to happen. So off he goes. And look at that. The Gerudo guard is talking to us, basically complimenting you and saying, wow, you're such a good thief. You must have watched Aladdin a lot. And, yeah. You can also see she's wearing the same color as we are, and I'm actually going to talk about that soon. But she's going to tell you about Naburu, who's their leader, her headquarters in the Spirit Temple in the Desert Colossus. We'll figure out how to get there next time, but for now, she's just going to tell about her. And I want to talk something interesting about this girl here as well. After she's done talking, she's going to say you're now one of us and give you a membership token. So that's pretty nice. There you are. There's a Gerudo membership card. In the 3DS version, it's called the membership token, but it's the same thing. So you come out here, and yes, she is wearing the exact same green. Well, that bar wasn't in the way. So she's wearing green. And this doesn't work in every version, only in older ones. So say if I put on the Goron tunic, and now she's wearing red. A little creepy, and her lipstick color changes too. So I put on blue. She's wearing blue. I think personally she looks best in the red. But also something that I just discovered, if you pull out a bomb or a bomb shoe, she will flash just like the bomb does before it explodes. And I never knew this. I always knew about the tunic changing, but I never knew about like the bomb flashes. I have no idea why they did this, but like I said, it only works in older versions of the game. But anyways, that is it for this video. Join me for the next one, where we will be entering the desert and doing more side quests here in Gerudo Fortress.